What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin today, BTC USD. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, okay? Here we are at about $105.5 thousand with a wicked wick to the downside, 8 hours left in the day, and we're doing basically exactly what I thought we would do, right? Moving back up. I'm going to address something real quick. Because I know a lot of people were curious about it, right? Yes, I'm aware, and I've actually tried talking about this like 5 times. I've remade this video 5 times because I get hung up. I talk about this for like 10 minutes. I'm going to try to be concise. Yes, I'm aware that Israel attacked Iran yesterday. I'm aware. Or retaliated, whatever side you want to take. I'm not trying to take sides. It's not about that. I think it's terrible when nations go to war, people die for the sake of whatever. I just think it's terrible. I wish we could all sing Kumbaya and be peaceful. So I'm not taking that stance or trying to take that stance. I hope of like picking a side, right? I don't care to, right? I think it's terrible. I wish that there would just be peace in the Middle East, but there's not. Whatever. And here's the deal. What happened yesterday is scary. It's scary whenever two countries go into conflict. It creates uncertainty, it creates doubts, it creates fear in the markets. Absolutely it does. But unfortunately, this is not something new. This doesn't generate uncertainty. It might generate fears and doubts, but it doesn't generate uncertainty. And uncertainty is really the enemy here, right? This is not something new between Israel and Iran. This is something that's been going on for a very long time, before I was born. 1979. How long have Israel and Iran been in conflict? And probably even before then. They're in an on-again, off-again war, okay? Just like some people get in an on-again, off-again relationship for 4 years or 2 years, you still say you're in that relationship, but it's on again, off again. Well, they're in a war, on again, off again. This isn't something new. This is going to blow over. We all know how this is going to be. In the last year, there's been like 3 instances where this exact shit has happened, man. And the market still climbed higher afterwards, right? And it's scary every time, and it's not fun every time. But generally, moments like this in the markets are meant to make people who are inexperienced let their emotions take over and panic sell at the bottom. I'm not saying that that's why this happened is just to cause people to sell their Bitcoins. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying moments like this happen, and they happen every single bull cycle, and people blow it out of proportion. Say things like World War III is going to start. You know, I don't know. I'm not a big, I'm not the most knowledgeable person in Iranian and Israeli politics, personally. I'm not the most knowledgeable personally, but I would guess most of you aren't either. And the idea that this is going to cause World War III and everybody's saying that as if it's a matter of fact, I think just ups the chances that it won't cause World War III. Because generally speaking, most people are wrong about most things most of the time, right? Herd mentality does not lead at the average person to being correct. And I would think if this was something that was happening and the world was keeping it quiet, trying to hush it down to keep people calm and not be in the know, then I'd be afraid. But the fact that this is something that every media piece and every person who has access to X.com or social media is blowing up and saying that World War III is going to happen as if it's a fact, I don't think so. I don't think that's what's happening, you guys. We've literally seen Israel and Iran attack each other several times over the past year alone. Not even since Donald Trump's been president, right? Over the past year, over the past 2 years, man. It's happened several times. We've still been in a bull market this whole time. World War III didn't happen any of those times. You know, everybody, every single time seemed to think that it would generate World War III. Nobody wants World War III. That's not what's going to happen. Okay? And I'm going to stop talking about it. I want to get into the TA, but the reason why I didn't talk about it yesterday is the same reason why I didn't want to talk about it today, but a lot of people were asking why I didn't talk about it. So here we are, asking if I was even aware about it. So here we are. But the reason why I didn't talk about it is because it's irrelevant. Unfortunately, it's irrelevant. Was that the reason why the price moved down? Maybe. We started moving down before that happened. We started moving down before that happened, to be fair. So I don't know. Maybe is a good... Well, we'll never know. Maybe it wouldn't have dropped as far as it did if it wasn't for the attack. Maybe it still would have dropped, but you know, Bitcoin likes to get volatile. We were pretty volatile last time within our range relative to the price action. We were pretty volatile here, and nothing like that happened, and we still moved up, right? We're just being volatile. What this is... And the reason why I don't talk about the news is because if you look at the charts, it tells you the truth. What this is a shakeout. It's a shakeout. I made so many videos yesterday, and I talked about it yesterday. It's a shakeout. Shakeout implies you go down quick, you come up quick, right? Or even if it's a shakeout to the downside, you go up quick, you come down quick. It's meant to trap people in the wrong idea, right? Bitcoin, my friends, let's move on past this. Let's talk about technical analysis, okay? That's my theory. If you don't like it, that's okay. You don't have to like it, but as you grow in this space, you'll see that moments like this, even if they're terrible and people are dying, you come to think about it rationally. This isn't something new. Unfortunately, it's not something new. And because of that, it's not actually going to generate much uncertainty. Watch, the price is going to go up. The world's going to keep turning. People are going to forget all about this and move on to the next topic in about a week, or maybe 2 months. There will probably be some retaliation by Iran. There will probably be some more retaliation by Israel. It'll probably go back and forth a couple times, and then Donald Trump will step in and generate a ceasefire treaty or something like that. I don't know. So we've been through this before, right? And I'm not trying to downplay it by saying that. I'm just saying it that way because it's the truth. It really is the truth. And the markets still roll higher afterwards, right? Here we are at 105.6K. News or not, show me the charts and I'll tell you the news, okay? The news is going to be good here pretty soon. Something good's going to happen. We're going to get some really good news here in a couple days, you guys, because we shook out the markets. We gave people the narrative that that World War III was going to happen, so now we're going to dump and that nothing can help the bull market now. Everybody who wanted to panic sell, panic sold. And now we're up here, and I'm sure people are still convinced that the markets are going to go down. They're like, oh, okay, it's just a little volatility. The market's going to go down. And maybe they do. It's very possible. Let's just be real here, looking at this, getting away from the news. I'm trying so hard. You can understand why I've remade this video a few times. I hope I'm not upsetting anybody by just sharing my genuine thoughts here, but that is my genuine thoughts. Effectively, I guess what I'm saying is this isn't as big of a deal as people are making it out to be. At least I don't think it will be, right? It is a big deal. I'm not trying to say that. I'm just saying it's not as big of a deal as people are making it out to be. We're going to move on. We're really going to move on. Low to high here. It's very possible that we could go down to the 886 to about 101.5K. So, being here at 105.6K, if we are to run down, that's not a confirmation of anything terrible happening in the world. It's not a confirmation of the bull market being done. That's just an area that we're going to bounce from. We'll probably generate bullish divergence. We'll have a higher low in the RSI. We'll have a lower low in the price. Bullish divergence will be generated, and from there we will bounce. If that happens, I would assume it happens over the weekend when there's low volume and maybe some more news breaks out with this conflict, and that creates, in this low volume environment, that creates more fear, which helps the price go down. Maybe, but maybe not. We've got a very powerful wick on the day here. That's a Dragonfly Doji as of now. 8 hours, 31 minutes left in the day. We're probably going to have some of the most volume that we've seen in over a week on this day here. And it's going to be a bullish reversal candle, probably, by the end of today. Okay? That's a good thing. And if the chart is saying that, show me the charts, I'll tell you the news. The news is going to be good. Something good's going to come out in the news next week to send Bitcoin through the roof. It's going to happen. Next week is still planned to be bullish, even with this stuff, right? And that's why I didn't talk about it yesterday, man. And that's why I'm trying not to talk about it now, but I'm getting hung up on the wrong things. You look at this, 105.6K now on a 4-hour time frame. We've got lower lows in the RSI, right? You've got two lower lows in a row. Lower low here, higher low here in price. That's hidden bullish divergence. It's a good thing. We've had a lot of volume come in over the past 3-4 hour candles in a row. Okay? A lot of volume coming in at the lows. I wonder what's happening, right? It's like, if you look back, there's a lot of volume at the highs. What's happening there? People are selling. Oh, there's a lot of volume at the lows. What's happening there? Oh, people are buying. It's pretty obvious, right? Red or green doesn't matter. Treat it all like it's the same color. It's all the same color, man. It's all volume, right? It's all volume. It doesn't matter. There's a lot of volume at the top, people are selling. There's a lot of volume at the bottom, people are buying. People are buying, right? Every sell's a buy, every buy's a sell. That you know what I mean? And it's not always that simple, but typically yes. That's kind of how it works, right? Volume, it's not the color of the volume that matters, it's the quantity of the volume that matters. But anyways, 105.6K right now. Likely going to move up. Let's look at the 1 hour time frame. 1 hour time frame, moving up here. Volume's decreasing. It's kind of picking up right now, if we're being honest. I mean, 29 minutes left. That's a lot of volume for being halfway through this 1 hour candle. Looking at the 1 hour RSI, we have a double bottom in the RSI here. You are officially breaking out of this downtrend that we've been in, right? That started all the way back on June 9th. It didn't start yesterday on the 12th, or in the beginning of this day, the 13th. It started on June 9th, this downtrend. Right? Show me the charts, I'll tell you the news. And now we're breaking out of it. Something good's going to happen in the world for Bitcoin, for crypto, whatever, in lieu of what's happening with Iran and Israel. I'm not saying that they're just going to announce a peace treaty immediately. Maybe that's what happens. I don't know. I can't imagine that's what happens. I've seen this happen before. I think you all have. There's probably going to be some retaliation that happens. So anticipate that later. Maybe anticipate that if you hear that, make a trade off of that play or something like that. Unfortunately, that's the world that we live in. But you don't. That doesn't mean that you have to make the wrong decisions and sell at the wrong moments, right? There are a lot of people that did. Here we are moving up right now, and it looks like we're moving up with a purpose on this 1 hour candle. People are waking up around the world right now, and we're going to go up, man. We just broke out of our downtrend in the 1 hour time frame. The 4 hour RSI is bouncing right off the oversold zone, getting a nice bounce, hidden bullish divergence, all this stuff. You look at the daily time frame, we're prime for a reversal. There's all this fear and uncertainty going on. Maybe for people who are emotionally charged, not for the veterans, not for the people who've been in this like me for 3 cycles or more, right? Not for people who've been doing this for their whole damn lives. If you're looking at this from a high to a low, prior all-time high here to a low right here, we are bouncing off the 786. We're bouncing off the 886. This is very constructive behavior on the fibs. Actually, it's very constructive behavior. And the charts say we're going higher. So here's my thoughts, right? And this is what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen, right? For the trolls and the haters out there, I know what you're going to say next week. Some good news is going to come out, and you're going to say, oh, you got lucky. You got saved by the news. You got, Donald Trump said that they're buying $1 trillion worth of Bitcoin by the time that he's out of the office. That this big, beautiful bill, out of the $5 trillion of the debt that they're raising, $1 trillion of it or $2 trillion is going to go to Bitcoin. And I'm just making that up. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. If it does happen, cool, but that was a lucky guess. You know what I mean? But something good's going to happen. You're going to be like, oh, you just got lucky. You just got saved. Because we were definitely going to go down, but you just got saved. TA doesn't work. No, that's not how it works, man. TA does work. It actually does work. And right now the TA is saying we're going to go higher. Show me the charts and I'll tell you news. There's a reason why that exists. There's a reason why I didn't focus on the news yesterday. But the only reason I'm talking about it today is because you guys apparently wanted me to. I probably will actually start talking about the news more often. I'm thinking about changing up the format of this channel a little bit. We'll still do stuff just like this, but I might have independent videos that are like an hour long or more, and we just go over the daily stuff, right? Kind of like some of the bigger channels in the space do. I'm thinking about changing the format. I'm not the best. I feel like I'm good at talking off the top of my head. I like to freeform it. I like to not have a script. I don't have a script in front of me, but I'll probably incorporate something like that at some point. But I don't know. I guess I don't want to talk about the future. We'll just see if it happens, right? Instead of talking about the future, let's just make it happen, right? But I'm done talking right now. As well put together as this video might seem like it is, I don't know if it is actually, but I'm going to end the video there. Hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thank you all for being here. The main essence of this video is, yes, I'm aware of what's happening in the world. No, I don't think it's going to start World War III. No, I don't think that we're going to move down any further because of it. And if we do, 107 or 101.5K would be the lowest price that I would assume that we go to. We're probably more likely going to go to 121K before breaking below 100K itself. Before breaking below 100K in itself, we're going to go up to 121K or higher, you guys. So I've got nothing else to say. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.